So welcome to another episode of Junkyards and Barn Finds with Sean, and I'm Sean. So this morning, what we're doing is we're driving over to North Fort Myers in Florida. We're gonna go look at a old fire engine that I saw the other day. It doesn't look like it's in great shape, but it's got a for sale sign on it, and we're gonna go take a look at that, find out more about it, find out whether it's even worth looking into. I don't know if any of you have ever decided to buy a fire truck. One of the problems with fire trucks or any of the big emergency vehicles are they really were not made for gas mileage. They were pretty much made to go to emergencies short distances. So the gearing in them is typically pretty high, and they're super heavy, great for parades or if you just always want to own a fire truck. But the reality is they're not something most people will remake. But I've seen many people do it, and in fact when I was a kid, my Uncle Tom, he bought a hook and ladder. He owned a construction company and worked on trucks all the time, so he made a hook and ladder that was, this is in the 70s, and redid it. So we're gonna go see this fire engine. What we're doing is coming and looking at that fire truck. What's that? The International 1600 Lodestar pumper truck. Paradise Park Volunteer. It's got hoses and everything on the inside of it. And this looks like it may have been one that was used down here. We have a lot of brush fire, so that could have been a brush fire truck. Front end pump to it. So that's pump truck number one. Now this one, it's for sale. This looks like it was their truck number two. It's a Ford 900. Looks like it's a pump truck as well. It's a little faded. Like I said, one of the problems with these, owning them, is that they are super heavy, not really good on gas. But it's got a jump seat in the back. Looks like a broken window, but doesn't look like the glass has been compromised, so seems to be all there. Even has some of the hoses and such there. So I think what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go and see if there's somebody here. It looks like somebody's been cleaning outside today, so maybe they'll let me in and take some video of it to put up on the site. So let's give it a shot and see if there's someone home. So I was talking to a gentleman here who's familiar with the vehicles. He said one has 19,000 miles and the other one had 22,000 on it. They both belong to one of these country clubs up here. Those are their personal fire trucks. And one even has a rebuilt engine in it, so they run, but they're gonna have to get rid of them soon because the property was sold, and a lot of times that's why you see for sale signs on these vehicles that'll sit for a long time. Suddenly you'll just see a for sale sign either on the property, and people need to get rid of them. If you're interested in a fire truck or two, they both look like pump trucks. One's filled with hoses. Doesn't look like the interiors are too bad. It looks like the glass is intact, so some cleanup. But if you're a small community or even just somebody who wants to own their own fire truck, like my uncle had his hook and ladder, they're fun to have. If you got kids, great for parades. If you're some kind of like organization, veterans organization or VFW or anything like that that wants something to put in the parades with your names on it, that's something cool you could do. We don't have the key to get in, or else we do a little closer, but you saw the close-ups that we did from outside the fence. We came back a little bit after they were cleaning it out, so you can see it's all empty now. The trucks have been sold. They've been stripped of all their hoses and everything. Still haven't moved them yet. Paradise Park volunteer. Here's the back of them. As you can see, they're getting ready to move them. They've removed all the hoses, all the stuff inside them, and working on the engines. So there's the power plant for it, and all the gauges and pumps. There's just a ton of stuff on here that I know nothing about, but somebody does. This is our Thanksgiving weekend, and like I said, we decided to do fire trucks today instead of cars. So there you go. So sometimes it's worth just going out and asking, and maybe on a Sunday somebody's cleaning up, so you can meet up with the right guy. April, should they subscribe to this channel even if they don't like cars today for this one?
Probably just for this one.